December 14, 2010. 347 A.M. Las Vegas Boulevard. While the rest of the world is sleeping, a lone Suzuki motorcycle pulls up to the valet entrance of the most famous casino on the planet. The rider is geared up in black leather with a black helmet and a tinted visor. In a city built on the premise of seeing and being seen, this man is a shadow. He doesn't sneak and he doesn't hide. He walks through the front doors of the Bellagio like he owns the marble floor beneath his boots. And the security cameras track his every move. 42 different angles record every single step in high definition. In exactly 4 minutes and 38 seconds, this man will walk out with $5 million. This is the story of Anthony Carleo. But this isn't just a heist story. This is a cybercrime documentary about the intersection of physical audacity and digital ego. Because in the modern age, the robbery is the easy part. It is the digital footprint you leave afterward that truly seals your fate. I am the digital sleuth. And today we are breaking down the rise and self-inflicted fall of the biker bandit. To understand why someone would do something this suicidal, you have to understand the environment. Las Vegas casinos are, for all intents and purposes, fortresses. Most modern heists don't happen at the craps table anymore. They happen in the server room. We have seen major phishing attacks and international fraud cases where hackers bypass firewalls to drain credits. But Anthony Carleo wasn't a coder. He was a man drowning in the physical world. By October 2010, Carleo was down $80,000 for the year. He had the classic trifecta of a downward spiral: gambling addiction, drug dependency, and a dry trust fund. Most importantly, he had a reputation to uphold because his father was a respected municipal court judge. While sitting at a poker table watching dealers slide cranberry-colored chips across the felt, Carleo realized something fundamental about security. Most security is designed to stop deception, not aggression. And that was his opening. Casinos spend millions on software to detect card counting, dice switching, and dealer collusion. They have algorithms that flag suspicious betting patterns faster than a human ever could. But they aren't necessarily prepared for a man in a motorcycle helmet, simply grabbing the loot and running. Carleo's plan was built on latency. He knew that security has a protocol. They have to confirm the threat, radio for backup, and then mobilize. That process takes minutes. He only needed seconds. The heist went exactly as planned. 347 A.M. was the sweet spot of casino traffic. The drunk tourists have passed out, and the early birds haven't woken up yet. Carleo walks to the craps table, pulls a .45 caliber handgun, and scoops up the $25,000 cranberry chips. 23 steps to the exit, and he is gone before the first police siren even clears the next block. But as he sat in his apartment at 523 A.M., staring at $5 million in plastic treasure, he hit the wall that every modern criminal hits. I am talking about the liquidity problem. In the world of financial fraud mechanics, there is a term called laundering velocity. Cash is fast, and Bitcoin can be anonymous if tumbled correctly. But high-value casino chips, they are essentially a closed-loop currency. Each of those cranberry chips contains an RFID tag, which stands for radio frequency identification. The moment the robbery was reported, the Bellagio didn't just call the cops. They updated their digital ledger. Those specific serial numbers were flagged immediately. It is a lot like a dark web scam where a hacker steals millions in marked crypto. Sure, the wallet says you are a millionaire, but the moment you try to move it to an exchange, the alarms go off. Anthony was holding $5 million worth of high-tech coasters. This is where the story shifts from a physical heist to a digital investigation. This is where the biker bandit became his own worst enemy. Desperate for money, Carleo tried the Vegas underground. He was offered 20 cents on the dollar for a man who thought he had hit the jackpot. $300,000 felt like an insult. So he did what many modern narcissists do. He went online. He logged onto the 2+2 poker forums under the username Biker Bandit. Now in the world of cybersecurity, we talk about OPSEC, or operational security. If you are a whistleblower or a high-level hacker, you use Tor, VPNs, and MAC address spoofers. Anthony Carleo, he just logged in. He started asking hypothetical questions. He asked how someone would cache cranberry chips or what the going rate was for hot chips. But then his ego took over. He started sharing details that had not been released to the media. He talked about the caliber of the gun and the exact number of people at the table to the FBI and Special Agent John Spencer. This wasn't just an internet mystery. This was a confession in real time. The FBI didn't need a high-tech sting. They issued a subpoena for the forum's IP logs. They traced the Biker Bandit account to an ISP, then to an apartment, and finally to a name. Anthony Carleo. By January 2011, the FBI was just playing with him. They were watching his every move and waiting for the chips to surface. And they didn't have to wait long. Driven by the same gambling addiction that started this mess, Carleo returned to the scene of the crime. He walked into the Bellagio with 5 chips in his pocket, hoping the heat had died down. It hadn't. The cashier didn't even have to check a list. The system did it for her. Within 90 seconds, the Biker Bandit was in a back room. The fallout was devastating. His father, a man who spent his life upholding the law, had to watch his son's life dismantle in the very court system he served. Anthony was sentenced to 9 years in prison. The $1.5 million in chips were melted down and destroyed. The digital ledger was cleared, and the case was closed. The case of Anthony Carleo is a perfect example of why modern crime is a losing game. Whether it is a physical robbery or a dark web scam, the digital footprint is nearly impossible to erase. If you want to protect yourself from becoming a victim of digital or financial fraud, there are a few things you need to know. First, understand asset tagging. Just like those casino chips, your high-value digital assets are traceable. If someone offers you a deal that seems too good to be true involving found funds, it is a scam. Second, monitor for phishing. Many modern casino heists actually start with a simple phishing email to a floor manager. Always verify the sender. Finally, remember that OPSEC is for everyone. Be careful what you post on forums. Information that seems anonymous can often be triangulated to your real-world identity. Anthony Carleo thought he could beat the system with speed and a Suzuki. He forgot that in 2010, and even more so today. The system isn't just made of guards and gates. It is made of data and data never forgets. Thanks for watching this cybercrime documentary. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Biker Bandit, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We have plenty more internet mysteries and security breakdowns coming your way. I am the Digital Sleuth. Stay safe and keep your footprint small.